I'm a hydrogeologist. My motto in life is think out of the box. My name, Marcel. My experience, groundwater and soil contaminations. I'm the creator of Geo RGB, a channel of geographic information systems, GIS, geology, hydrogeology, and contamination. The purpose, the objective, the goal, the intention, the target, the desire. Share my experience and knowledge to create points of discussion. The Geo RGB community. Promote the use of free and open source software. A free digital society. Provide technical advice to environmental companies. An opportunity for professional growth.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to use the print layout tools to create map compositions with QGIS 3.12. Also, we are going to discuss the elements a map needs to be successfully completed. The composition of a map is something very personal, very subjective, and each person transmits the information on a map in a unique way. The technical drawer is like an artist, and only good artists can create a good piece of art. This piece of art has to explain a credible, understandable, and concise history that has to be caught in a glance. A map is a summary of something just with a picture. The question is, how good are you making a summary? Okay, let's go to do it. Today we are going to be working with a couple of map compositions. The first one is related with a satellite image. If you don't know how to get georeferenced high-resolution Google Earth satellite images, you can watch the video tutorial I created just hitting on the card at the top right-hand corner of your screen. In that tutorial, you are going to learn step by step how to get Google Earth high-resolution satellite images using only QGIS. You don't longer need to use other softwares like SAS Planets to get georeferenced satellite images. The second composition is going to be related with a CAD drawing. It's going to be this one that I created previously. You can also hit the card at the top right corner of your screen to learn how to create a CAD drawing using exclusively QGIS. Then let's go to start with the first composition. I'm going to move this image here to the bottom. Then you can see the CAD drawing on the top, as you can see. Now let's go to take out all these vector layers. And now let's go to hit here in this icon, new print layout. Enter your print layout title. In this case, it's going to be satellite. Okay. And now we have a new windows for the print layout. Then when you click right on your mouse, you can use page properties. And here we are going to use the dimension for our paper. In this case, I'm going to use the dimension for letter. And also you can choose the orientation of this paper, landscape or portrait. In this case, we are going to use the landscape for the satellite composition. Now I'm going to set up a few guidelines to have the margins of the map. Okay, then click here, press to add. It's going to be 1 centimeter, then 10 millimeters here. And also, as you can see, the line here. Now I'm going to do the same for the vertical ones. Going to add new one, 10 millimeters. Have this one, and in order to do these ones, I have to check the dimensions of the paper. Then just copy this number here. Go to guides, and here add a new one. Paste. and I have to take 10 millimeters, then it's going to be 69. And for the other one, copy the same and paste here, minus 10 millimeters is going to be 0.5, and that's it. Okay, we have the margins already for the map, and we have to respect these margins to create a symmetrical composition. Okay, now I'm going to save this one, and I'm going to close, and I'm going to show you how you can open this one again. If you want to open this one, just click here, go to Layout Manager, and just double click on this one because that's the name we put for the print layout. Okay, then in this way we can keep different print layouts, and we can open the documents whenever we want, right? But always remember, before to close these windows here, just save the document. Okay, for this composition I decided to divide the area of the map in two parts. This part is going to be for a general view of the satellite image, and this one is going to be for a specific zoom related with the work area. To add a map, just click this icon here, select the area you want for your map. That is provisional, we can change later, but now it's going to be something like this one. Then the map is going to load. Now let's go to click here, just select this icon here, select the map. As you can see, the map is designated here as a map 1, and you can take out the image or even lock the image if you want. And if you go to hidden properties, just select the map, go to hidden properties, then you can put the scale here. For this general view, I decided to put a scale of 5000. Then just put the scale there, press enter, left the map load, and now we are going to add some elements here. First, I want to add a frame. Just go down with the bar here, go to frame, click on the frame, and then you can select what thickness you want. Let's go to see maybe this one. Now we are out of the map, outside, because if you click this option here, you can move the map inside, as you can see, to change the view of your map. But I want the map at the center approximately. But if you click here, you are outside, and what you are moving is all the map. Okay, all the frame, not inside the map. And with the mouse scroll wheel, you can make a zoom. Okay, but outside the map, and you have this option here, clicking inside, you can move, you can make zoom inside the map, but it takes a little bit of time because the satellite image is quite heavy, and that's when you change here, it changes the scale also. As we said before, we want 5000. Then just click here to go outside the map, and then you can see how thick is the frame. Just to see again the properties of this map, just click on the map and it's going to be active, this area. For the coordinate reference systems, we don't have to change anything because the coordinates we have here in this image is the one you have at here, is the same one. Okay, what happens if you want to have a different coordinate systems in your print layout? You can change here, but in this case we want to keep the same one. Now let's go to add the second map with the zoom. Then click this button here, add the map, select the area. This one is going to be smaller because it's going to be just the zoom for our area. Then in this case I want a scale of 1000. And I'm going to put the gas station at the center of the image. Just click here to go inside the map. Well, first I'm going to go outside, make a little bit of zoom here, then click here to go inside, move this one a little bit, leave the map load. A good habit that you can use, for example, now we are not using a map 1, then we can lock this one because we are working on map 2. Then it's a good habit just to lock these kind of things. Then I'm going to move this frame of the map over here, and I'm going to add the coordinates. To add the coordinates, we are going to do just for the zoom area because it's the one we are going to be focused, not for the general one. This one is going to be just for a view. Then to add coordinates, you have to go to grids, add a grid, modify grid, and then we have all the options here. The interval for the coordinates, I want 25 meters, then just right here 25, and also in this one 25, and you can see already the lines. Here you can specify what kind of line you want. I want a line like this one, and then you can select the color you want for your line. It's going to be something gray like this one. That is good. Then to go out of this option, just press here. Now we have to add the frame. I want interior and exterior ticks. This option, as you can see here, you can see the ticks now inside and outside. Now let's go to draw the coordinates. Now let's go to make the configuration for the numbers. Here, for example, we don't want decimals. Then I'm going to remove it, just 0. Then for the font, just one click here, and you can choose the things you want. Going to put this one bold, and I'm going to make also maybe the numbers smaller. Then also you can change, let me check the numbers to 7 for example, and here you can change the distance for the coordinates from the map. Okay, something like this one looks better, maybe number 2. It depends on each person, right? Here also you can change the orientation of these numbers, but for me at the moment that one is good. And now that's what I need. Okay, and go out of the options. Now I'm going to put a frame. Just mark this one here and 0.5 to make this one the same. And I'm going to make this one bigger because I believe I have more room. I can make this image bigger. Just select the image and make this one bigger. Something like that maybe. Okay, and remember to keep the scale for this one. That is going to be 1000. Okay, something like that. As you can see, now we are outside of the margin. Then let's go to make this one smaller. Something like that. And at the top we are good. Okay, that one looks good. And always remember to save your project. If you are new in this channel and you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. Don't forget to like, share this channel with your friends. If you have comments, please leave them below. I love to hear from you. If you have any suggestion for the upcoming videos, I love to hear those too. Together, we can make the Geo RGB community better, bigger, stronger, and powerful. Now we are going to work on the scales of the maps. Let's go to start with the big one. I'm going to make a box here, from here to the bottom of the guideline over here. I'm going to insert the scale. To insert the scale, just select the map you want the scale. In this case, this one is map 2. I'm going to select map 2 and I'm going to select this icon here to add the scale bar. Then mark an area here to add the scale bar. Then go here to item properties. Just make sure you have selected the scale bar. Then as you can see, the map for this scale bar is map 2. That it's okay because it's the one we want. As we have two maps, that one could be confusing. In this map you have to make sure that this scale bar is for this map. Okay, then here we can select the style for the scale bar. I like double box. Then here select the units. Meters is good, and here you can change the label for the scale bar. M is good also, and here we can make some modifications. We are going to use the fifth segment width. Just select this option, and we're going to put a value of 25 here. You can play with these numbers to make the scale bar you want. Here is going to be 75, and here is going to be 2. Then let's go to edit a little bit the numbers. Just go to the bottom and select font and colors. Click here in font. I'm going to use number 8 for the numbers, and I'm going to put this one bold, something like this. Now I'm going to move a little bit these numbers here. Then you have to go to display and make the label margin short, like 1. Now let's go to add a test. Just click this option here, add label, mark an area for the test, then here put scale, and for the font it's going to be bold and it's going to be number 8. Okay, something like that. We can change later if we don't like how it looks like. Okay, that's too close. And now also we are going to add a different scale, but it's going to be a numerical one. Then we have to go here to properties, make sure this is for map number 2, and then numeric one. And as you can see now, the scale changed a little bit. Then we have to make sure that the scale is 5000. Then remove the decimals, and now it's 5000. Go again to the properties, and we are going to edit a little bit these numbers. That one has to be to the center, and let's go to edit the font. Then go here to the font, and it's going to be bold and number 8. Now I'm going to create a new square until here, something like that. And I'm going to make this one transparent. Color here transparent to make sure you can see the thing at the bottom. And now I'm going to copy this one here. Just go here, select the test. This one, copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and select move over here. And to make sure it's the same as this one, we are going to use a guide here. Guideline, it's okay, it's the same. Then let's go to change for source, and let's go to add the source for this map here. Select the area, and this one is going to be Google Earth or Google Satellite July 9th 2016. Now I'm going to show you how to see the date on Google Earth. Then this one, the font is going to be different, something like 6. Let's see how it looks like. Let's go to move over here. Looks good. And let's go to make one more box. We can copy this one. No, this one, this one. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And let's go to move this one over here and make this one longer. Okay, then you can spend the time you need to make the rectangles good. That one is not good. Take your time. Right there. And make sure that one also matches here. We're going to use this one as a template. The first one is going to take longer, but for the second one, you have the template already completed and you have to fill just these blank spaces, right? This one then, for this one, we are going to put here a new label for this box. Control C, Control V, Control Z. We can lock all these squares to avoid to move them. Just clicking here. This one, and this one. Then we can move this one over here. And for this label, we are going to add note or notes. If you want to add any disclaimer in this map, you can put here in notes. And now I'm going to show you how you can get the date for the Google Earth satellite imageries. Let's go to fly to your area of interest. In my case, it's the gas station. To take out the label. And if you click here in this icon at the bottom, then you are going to get this bar with the time. And then you have to look for every line is a picture. Okay. Then you have to look for the picture match with the image you have in your map. Okay. In this case, as I said, is July 9, 2016. Is this one here? As you can see, is the same. And you have the day here, and you have also the day here, imagery date. Okay, you have these two options. Maybe this one is easier. Okay, let's go to close this one here. Let's go to the print layout, save the project. Now let's go to work on the other map. As you can see, for example, this image here can be a little bit pixel, but if you press here to refresh the image, it's already refreshed. You can refresh the image, right? For example, here, press refresh, leave the image load. Like this one, refresh. Now the image is loading. As you can see, the picture updates, right? Now let's go to do this one, then select the biggest square here. This one is the biggest, then Control C, Control V. We have the square here. Let's go to move over here. Let's go to respect the dimensions from here to here, and also we can make a guideline over here until here, for example. And let's go to fill this one with a scale as we did before. Then that one is going to be map 1. Select the map, add the scale, select the area for your scale, approximately this one. And now we are going to keep the same configuration as this one. Has to be map 1 because that one is map 1, remember? Yeah, has to be here map 1, double box. And for these ones, all these ones are good. Then in this case, we are going to use the first option. We are going to put here 20. For the height is going to be 2. Then for display, this one is going to be 1, like we did for the other one. Font is going to be 8. And bold here. Let's go outside of this one. And now we have to add the label. Control C, Control V. But first let's go to move this one a little bit. right there. Let's go to add a guideline over here. And now let's go to add an extra rectangle from here to approximately here. Let's go to make this one transparent. And let's go to adjust the new rectangle. Okay, that one is good. Let's go to add again the numerical scale. For map 1. And it's going to be numeric. And that one moves a little bit. Then let's go to change the scale over here just for 1000. To make sure it's good. Yeah, it's good. And I'm going to lock these two to avoid to change the scale again. And let's go to edit these numbers here. Going to pass the video faster. As you can see now, when I try to select the scale bar, it selects the rectangle, right? Then you can select the rectangle and send that one to the back. With this option, send to the back, and then you can select that one. Now move this one a little bit. And the problem is that one is not transparent. Then you have to make the big square transparent. This one, make this one transparent. Here, transparent. And let's go to edit this one. Okay, that one looks good. And now let's go to add a new label here. Control C, Control V. And this label is going to be coordinate reference systems. 2 points here. And in this case, you can see the coordinate reference systems here. If you go here to the properties, as you can see, this one is our reference coordinate systems. Just copy this one and paste over here. With a new test. Paste, and that one is going to be phone number 8. Okay, let's go to move over here, and let's go to separate like this one. And you don't have to put projected, because if that is UTM coordinates is already projected, that is redundant, then we can remove it. And that's it for this box. Let's go to make this one bigger here. And that's it. Now we're going to make a big box for the project number, title of the map, and etc. But first I'm going to fix this mistake here for satellite. And also save the project, and I'm going to make this box bigger. First move this one a little bit. To do the box, I'm going to pass the video faster. It's just adding squares according the box you want to create, and it's pretty standard. It's not really complicated. Okay, let's go to do it. But remember to do all the squares transparent to avoid problems. Okay, that's the best option. Okay, that's the box. That is going to be for the logos, this big box. Here we are going to put the name of the environmental consultant, here the name of the map, and here the name of the client and also the address. Here we are going to put the project number. Here the technical, the drawn person, and the approver. And here we are going to put the date of the map, and here we are going to put the figure. Okay, let's go to add all these elements, but I'm going to pass the video faster because you know how to do it already. It's just with this tool here for the add label. But first I'm going to make a group all these squares together. Okay, to do that one, just let's go here, select all these ones, click right and group. Okay, now we have all these squares just in one group. And now I'm going to add the labels. Okay, now I'm going to add the logos. To add a picture, just click this option, add a picture, select the area, and now here you can look for your file. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to sync both maps. To do that one, just select the first map, this one, but we have to unlock the map here. It's map 2. This one, let's go to unlock, then select this one, go here to overviews, and then add, and we have to select here map 1. That's the one we want to sync. And now, as you can see, this area is the same as this one. Let's go to edit this color. Let's go here, overviews, this one, and let's go to change this one. Transparent, and let's go to make a friend. And let's go to change the width. Something like this, maybe a little bit less. 0.5, I believe is good. Okay, that's good. Now let's go to save the project, and we are going to export the map in an image and in a PDF. First, let's go to export in PDF. Just press this icon here. Satellite is good. PDF, the format. Save. And we don't want to mark any of these ones, just this one, and save. Okay, the process is complete. Click here, is this one here. Double click to open the file, and the software map. And now I'm going to export as an image. Just go to layout, export as an image, and save. Resolution, I'm going to put 600. Save, and it's already complete. Okay, it's good. Now we are going to talk a little bit about this map, why we use these scales, what we use two maps, why we put a general view, and a little bit of the elements of the map. But I have to add also the north over here. To do that one, just go here, add north arrow, select the area over here. If you go here to search directories, you can select a different north. In this case, I'm going to choose this one here. Okay, let's see, looks good. Yeah. And okay, I'm going to export again the images, but I'm going to pass the video faster. First, I would like to talk a little bit about the PDF. As you can see, this PDF has a very high resolution. The big picture, the resolution is really good, and also for the small one. Good resolution always is really important, because now people doesn't print the maps, they check in a PDF. Then you want a very clear PDF with a high resolution. Even if we check how heavy is this file in PDF, it's not really heavy. As you can see, 2.92 megabytes, that's very low. But if you want to get a PDF with this resolution, the important thing is what kind of resolution you have at the satellite imagery. Okay, in this case, let's go to see that this picture is that one, properties. That one, it's really heavy, has 2.52 gigabytes. That's a lot, but in that way you can get a PDF with this resolution, and that's really important. For the scale bars, I would like to mention that to add this kind of scale is always very important, because just with a glance you can have an idea about the measurements of the map. But if you have just a numeric one, it's hard to make a visual interpretation. That's the reason, because for both maps we have the scale bar, right, to have a sense of the dimensions. On the other hand, the numeric scale is also really good, because as you can see here, it indicates that 1 millimeter on the map is 5,000 millimeters on the reality. And that's a very easy scale to understand, because 1 millimeter in this map is 5 meters on reality. As you can see, it's not a scale that could be 1,4,500 or 1,3,000. That could be confused to make an interpretation. Is 1,5,000, 1 millimeter on the map, 5 meters on reality. The same for this one. It's a scale 1,000. In this case, 1 millimeter in this map is 1 meter on the reality. It's 1,000 millimeters, right? And when we use this kind of numeric scales, it's pretty easy to understand the map and have a better idea of the dimension. Then other important thing you have to add in your map is the north. In general, if there is north, we can make the interpretation the north is always in this direction, but always it's better to avoid any confusion to add the north arrow. That it's a really important thing that a lot of people forgot to add on the maps, right? To indicate also the source, where did you get this image and where is the date, that's also really important, because as you can see, this satellite imagery is from 2016 and now we are in 2020, and we can think that maybe things in this image now are different, right? That it's really important then to add the real date of the picture and where this picture come from. Other important thing is related with the coordinates. We have this image here with the coordinates, and we have to specify what kind of datum we use. In this case is WGS 84, and the coordinates is UTM, and the sun is 34, and the hemisphere is north. Other really important thing that make the difference between professional people and unprofessional is the logos. As you can see, these logos, they are not pixel, they are very clear, and that's the way they have to be, because a lot of maps, when people add the logos are very pixel. It's very ugly to see something like that, looks very unprofessional. Then the logos has to be vectorized to avoid this kind of pixel images, okay? And now you want to have at the end a very clear map, very minimalist, where the information is clear, right? And that's the reason, because we have a couple of images where you can have a general idea about the location, and also a zoom area where you can see very clear where is your site work area. Now let's go to talk a little bit about this image and why it is important. In this case, the project is related with a gas station, and the concern is the contamination can be produced for this gas station because leak in a tank, in a pipe, whatever, right? And then we want to recognize in the big picture the potential risk for the different kind of soils that they are next to the gas station. That is because a big picture is really important because it's going to provide you the geographical context of your site. Then if we add just a picture with our site, we are going to miss all this information. For example, in this picture, we can recognize a superficial water body. Also, we can recognize a very big green area over here. Also, there is an industrial area over here. And also all this area. And the important thing is that we can recognize all these things just with a glance on the map, right? It's very fast and very clear. Also, we have all this residential area over here. All this one, and then all this one. All this one is residential area. And I didn't make any study of the map. Just with a glance, you can recognize all these areas very easily. And that's the advantage to have a big picture. Also, this area is an industrial area. All this one here. And then with this big picture, we can recognize residential areas, our site, industrial area, green area, and also a water body. And then we can have a better idea about the risk of this gas station. Now let's go to work on the facility map, but that one is going to be very fast. The second composition is going to be related with the CAD drawing. Then we have to activate all the vector layers, take out the raster image, activate all vectors, layers, like this one. And now we are going to create a new layer composition. We can do from this icon over here, or also from here, project, new print layout. The name for this one is going to be CAD Drawing. And we are going to change some properties at the page properties. Here is going to be, for the size, going to be letter. And for the orientation, we are going to select this option. Then we are going to place the guidelines as we did previously on the other map. Okay guys, it's already completed. Now we are going to copy the box from the other map and we are going to paste here. Then go here, make sure there is anything locked. For the box here is locked, we have to unlock. And then this rectangle here maybe, and for the rest is okay. Let's go to lock this map because I don't want to change the scale. Then just select the area you want to copy. In this case is this one. Copy and going to paste over here. Okay, I'm going to move all together. Now I'm going to bring the map with this option. For the scale on this one, I'm going to put 500. 500 here. And I'm going to adjust with this option, move hidden content. This scale represents that 1 millimeter on the map is 0.5 meters on reality. Okay, that's 1/500. Now I'm going to add the north, this option here. Select the area where you want the north. Over here is good. Adjust a little bit. Select the one you want. Search here. Going to change the color for a black. Then we can see better. Now that one is too big. I'm going to make this one smaller. Okay, something like that is good. I'm going to work on this one. Going to add the coordinates every 20 meters. Changing the line. Now I'm going to add the coordinates. For the frame, I want interior and exterior ticks. Now I'm going to draw the coordinates. Just click this option here and adjust the parameters. I don't want decimals. For the font, I want bold. Then I'm going to add a frame that is going to be 0.5. I'm going to adjust the image. Remember to check the scale, it's okay, 500. Going to adjust the north inside the image. Now I'm going to add a small rectangle here for the scale and other information. Make this one transparent. Going to add the scale. We have just one map, then you don't have to select anything here, that's okay. We are going to add over here, and I'm going to edit the numbers. Then I'm going to add the names. I have to send this one to the back. Then copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Move this one over here. That one is going to be scale. Then I'm going to add an extra scale over here for the numerical one. This to be numeric, and I'm going to edit the numbers. To align these two objects, just select both of them with Shift and then go this option here, align to the center. Because it looks really good because it's taking the meters over here, right? Then we have to do manually, okay, more or less over here. Now I'm going to add a new rectangle. Make this one transparent. I'm going to add one rectangle here. Now I'm going to adjust the rectangles. This section is going to be for the coordinate systems that I can copy from here. It's going to be this one, that's this one, Ctrl C, and I can copy on the other one, Ctrl V. Have to make this box bigger. And now this one is going to be for the source and nodes. Here I'm going to add that map was created digitizing information from Google satellite imagery dated in July 9th, 2016. I added the sentence already. Now I'm going to change the title for this project. It's going to be facility map. And also I'm going to change the number of the figure. Now I'm going to add the labels for the different elements that we can find at the gas station that can be a source of contamination. But I'm going to pass the video faster. It's going to be just add the label. I put already all the labels. As you can see, for example, for this area, here we have the field pipes. In this area we have the underground storage tank. Here we have the decanter and separator of hydrocarbons. Here we have the stormwater trench drain. Here we have the same but for the oily waste. trench drain. Here we have the dispenser 1, dispenser 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here we have the store. Here we have the overhead canopy. And here we have another stormwater trench drain. And this is all the elements I decided to label, and they are the more significant at the gas station. I decided to put the labels here on the map because it doesn't make any sense in this case to make a legend for these elements. It's better and easy to understand like this. And also I decided to change the color a little bit to make the difference between the map and the labels. Then the next step is to export the map as a PDF to see how it looks like. This name is good. Save. This one is good. And as you can see, the quality of the map is really good. Okay, these maps are completed, both the satellite imagery and now the facility map. But if you want to see an extra map composition related with topographic maps, you can hit on the card at the right hand corner of your screen over here. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you on the next one.